anything and everything to do with genes, chromosomes. You are going to cover it in full and full. You are not going to leave anything to chance here. Science and tech is one such subject where one advantage is as you keep doing the current affairs, most of the questions or most of the topics you will end up revising. You join any test series, doesn't matter. Any one test series you join, see what you're scoring in these. Most of the time in science and technology questions, you can expect similar statements or statements that negate each other. So basics are always fundamental. Get your basics done. Don't worry about the heavy theory-oriented topics. Hello everyone. Welcome to OnlyIAS English YouTube channel, and I'm back here with the 10th weekly goal. So look at the beauty of it. Remember starting with the first weekly goal where we were all wondering whether this will happen, whether it will get completed in time, etc. Now, but by the 10th weekly goal now, pretty much you as well as everybody who has been following it will understand now that comfortably you can complete it, and that too with proper revision by taking test series. So let us look into what are the goals here. So plan for week 10, if you actually see, I have kept it completely like science and tech oriented. We had started off with science and tech last week with nuclear technology. Now we are going into biotechnology, where you will be covering, cell and its functions, DNA, RNA, gene editing techniques, genome projects, genetic rare disorders, anything and everything to do with genes, chromosomes. You are going to cover it in full and full. You are not going to leave anything to chance here. So there are current affairs again which is associated where, this has been linked even to quantum technology. That also you will cover. That is the reason why I told you, when you finish the theoretical part here, what you are going to do is, every aspect of current affair related to biotech should be studied and revised from the current affairs from May 2025 to February. That is what you are going to do. Got the picture here? This you will cover. Then human body basics you are going to cover. The circulatory system, nervous system, the entire gamut. Deficiency diseases. What are the causes? What are the cures? As well as diseases in news. One of the favorite area of UPSC is to ask, is the disease sexually transmitted? I don't know what is the reason for that, but they simply, whenever they ask any disease in the paper, this is one of the options that frequently appears. Is it sexually transmitted or not? That aspect you will cover. Immunity related and other aspects of science and technology will follow it, take it up next week. So is this all that you will do? No. Obviously, current affairs again, start with science and tech current affairs from May 2025 to February 2026. That you will do. When you're doing it itself, you will end up revising a lot of basics involving other aspects. Be it nuclear technology, be it defense technology, be it space technology, all of that you will cover. Now that will happen on one side. PYQs from 2013 only of science and technology. Again, you will end up revising a lot of static portions and dynamic portions. So that pretty much takes care of it. Science and tech is one such subject where one advantage is as you keep doing the current affairs, most of the questions or most of the topics you will end up revising. Coming to the revision part again, how I want you to revise now. Revision is the key henceforth of polity, economics, geography, history. These are the subjects which we have completed so far. So last week I told you, quickly go through the rapid revision or the UDAN series, whatever we have in OnlyIAS English channel. Go through the UDAN series and revise your topics very, very quickly. Take one day each. This week what you're going to do is, you're going to revise these through test series, not through PYQs. PYQs you have already completed. You join any test series, doesn't matter. Any one test series you join, see what you're scoring in these. Not the score. Don't worry about the marks. Focus on the skipped and the wrong questions. That means whatever questions you skipped, you didn't know the answer, or whatever questions you got it wrong, on them you focus on. Like I have always told, analyze why that option is correct, analyze why other options are wrong. Note it down in a book. That is value addition. Like that, keep doing. Don't worry about the marks here. It is nothing to do with marks. It is basically the additional amount of information that you're going to get. This is what you're going to do. And the basics part, why it is so important is, now consider this following question itself. Genetic changes can be introduced in the cells that produce eggs or sperms of a prospective parent. A person's genome can be edited before birth at the early embryonic stage. Most of the time in science and technology questions, you can expect similar statements or statements that negate each other. Statements either it will complement each other or negate each other. In other words, genetic changes can be introduced in cells that produce eggs or sperms. What does that mean actually? That actually means these are germline cells, the very basic. That if you are able to alter, person's genome can be edited before birth at the early embryonic stage. Obviously, both these statements are complementary. That means both the statements are correct. If I look at the options also, 1 only, 2 and 3 only, 2 only. There is only one option which gives all the, where 1 and 2 are together. That is the answer. I don't even have to bother about the third statement. What is the third statement? Human-induced pluripotent stem cells can be injected into the embryo of a pig. Absolutely yes. So old news actually. Embryo of a pig, you can actually place it. And actually you can grow parts out of it. Very old news, very old news. There are a lot of similarities. That is what they are telling. Even the heart of a pig is very similar to the heart of a human being. That is the oldest of the oldest news. This much at least if you know, you will be able to answer the question. Getting the point here. So basics are always fundamental. Get your basics done. Don't worry about the heavy theory-oriented topics. That anybody can get it wrong or anybody will skip it. But these are basic questions, elementary level questions, which you shouldn't get wrong, number one, and you shouldn't skip them either. Clear, people? So with that, we come to an end of our session. And I will be seeing you all again next week. Any suggestions are there? Any concerns are there? Please do put it up in the chat section. All the best for your preparation. Take care.